What is going on, YouTube? Small Door here, and this particular video is going to be me showcasing the wizard's actual spells and abilities up to level 22, although I don't really use much of the 2022 stuff, because a lot of you guys were asking in the last video. You can see some of it. Now, I'm not currently in a group, so I'm not going to be able to show you any group stuff, but I can tell you my rotations and things, what I'm doing when I'm in a group, which is different than when I'm soloing. So I'm out here in Eastern Plains, which you can come out here at 17, 18, and you can kill these guys, the Grassweaver, Poppywigs, and Sungrass Mars. Now, these guys are a little bit below me now in terms of like XP for what I'd be farming, but my two primary nukes is Ember Blast. My webcam's covering this. Sorry. What level do we get this? We get Ember Blast at level 12. Before that, you're going to have Volcanic Ash, which is more or less the same thing. And then my other big nuke that I use is... I am so blind. Static Arrow, which you get that at level 20. One's fire, one's obviously shock damage. I have to run around and find a mob here. Here we go, Sungrass Mar. So what I like to do, if I know the mob is lower level than me, I'm going to open up with Ember Blast. Then I'm going to use my quick instance. I'm going to Frostfoot, then Snowball. Then I like to Static Storm, get the dot, and then I Ice Volley while that's going off. And then I'll finish them off with auto attacks and the other instance stuff. And the mob is dead. It's generally what I do. Now, if I'm fighting a mob that's a little bit higher level, so this Gold Strike Adder is even con to me, I generally will then, just for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and pop these. I don't normally do this right away, but I'm going to start with Static Arrow instead. We do the same thing. Frostfoot, Snowball, because that gives a nice stun. Static Storm, Ice Volley. Now, if you think that's a little too dangerous, obviously, he's already running away, so I already know I've won. If I know I need to rest anyway, I'll just use Elemental Weaving to quickly finish him. So that's one thing I like to do. If I know I'm going to rest after I kill this particular mob, I'm just going to... That's when I burn Elemental Weaving, because generally I think it's a little too expensive. But if I'm going to rest anyway, might as well just go ahead and kill the guy faster. That's generally what I do. If it's a blue con, I Ember Blast, Frostfoot into Snowball, Static Storm, Ice Volley. It'll probably die to autos and more of these to instant cast spells that do a little bit of damage, but not really much mana cost. So, I also realized I did not have my intellect buff on. I'm also missing something. I am missing my lesser shielding, which I should also have on for defensive purposes. Now, there's probably more efficient and better rotations with spells. One thing to also keep in mind is some of these abilities, they have stat modifiers. So Static Storm gets boost from your intelligence and your constitution. Static Arrow is the same thing. Ember Blast is intelligence and strength. Your Elemental Weaving is also going to use strength, agility, and constitution. That doesn't even scale with intelligence. A little interesting. Some spells have no scaling, such as Ice Volley. Or at least it doesn't show that it does. Now, how do I generally do when I'm in a group? Let me find an easier mob. Actually, let me go ahead and get kind of rest up a little bit, and I'll do it anyway. So when I'm fighting in a group, you don't want to pull aggro. So wizards are going to do a lot of damage and a lot of burst damage potentially. So you need to give time for the tank to build up threat. So I always like to start with Static Storm, because the first proc isn't immediate. I am doing that just for the sake of this video. And then I'm going to Ember Blast. Hopefully the tank still has aggro. I'm going to Static Storm again. And then usually Ice Volley. Something like that. Or I would just Ember Blast again. So when I'm in a group, I generally don't use Static Arrow. Unless I really need to, because it uses more mana than Ember Blast. But the damage difference isn't that crazy. So, I don't know. But that's generally how I play my wizard. Again, there's probably better optimal ways to do it. Also, when I'm in a group, if you have a Dire Lord or a Rogue, both of those classes can expose. Oh yeah, I don't have the thing. I don't have it up. Both of those classes can put the expose debuff, which then you can exploit it with and reduce their AC or reduce their resistances. Obviously, reducing the resistances is better for you as a wizard, but if you have a rogue, a monk, you know, or maybe if you're just really trying to help your tanks be able to land more hits and stuff, reducing their AC is good as well. Ideally, you want to be able to do both. But it's very, very good. I generally don't use the Frostfoot Snowball when I'm in a group, as long as we already have CC, because it's not needed. So, that's that. Short and sweet, guys. Again, if you see, you know, if you guys have suggestions on a better way for me to be able to do the my rotations and how I kill mobs, please let me know down in the comments below, because I'm always looking for more efficient ways to kill mobs and things like that. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I am going to probably look at my Necromancer again and get a Necromancer video out. We shall see. I just have so much fun playing the wizard. Anyways, leave any likes. You know, hit the like. If you like the video, subscribe, please. It really does help. And leave comments below. Even if it's negative stuff, please. That kind of stuff, it all helps anyway. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video.